This is about to get disgusting. Fair warning.
It's a spittoon. People spit into it. You know without even looking that it's already disgusting. I'm gonna look in it anyway. Yeah, it's full of spit. Regular spit. Gross tobacco spit. Chewing gum. And it looks like a few teeth as well. It's disgusting. And the smell. Even from a distance, it smells horrible. Well, get closer then. You're now on your hands and knees peering into a filth-encrusted spittoon. I don't understand what's wrong with you. Wait, is there something at the bottom? Well, I guess so. We're going to be getting that thing, I tell you what. You reach in your hand toward the spittoon. Even before touching it, you can feel the grossness in the air. It's like a greasy fog just enveloping the stinking brass horror. It smells like the vomit trough at a mesquite barbecue eating contest. You hesitate. Do I? Do I hesitate? I don't think so. You plunge your hand into the awful soup. It makes a sound like... Your skin is burning. Your eyes start to water. I will not be deterred, sir. Your fingers make contact with something. You pull your hand out of the devil's tureen slowly, not daring to risk splashing the contents all over yourself. You appear to have gotten some kind of ring, probably some kind of disease as well. Congratulations. You got a nasty ring. Hooray! Spittoon! This is a spittoon, which is a sort of brass bucket that people spit into instead of spitting on the floor. Because not spitting at all is not an option in this society, I guess. I say this despite knowing that you're pretty intimately familiar with spittoons already. You sicko. Inspect it. Look, the Jewel Saloon is pretty nice as saloons go. Actual glass in the windows, more than 2 kinds of drinks, a poker room instead of a cockfighting pit. But this spittoon is still a spittoon. The rancid tobacco spit inside isn't fancy rancid tobacco spit inside. I said inspect it. Here we go again. Alright, fine. You are now hunkered down next to a brass filth bucket, which has probably never been cleaned or emptied because you're near the desert and the ambient humidity around here is pretty low. Low enough that the spit evaporates nearly as quickly as it accumulates. So that's good, right? No, that's bad. Because it's only the water part of the spit that evaporates. The brass bucket is half full of the rest of the spit, the toxins and filth that don't evaporate. Several years worth of distilled and concentrated until it's the consistency of molasses. People aren't allowed to flick cigarette butts into spittoons anymore because they bounce out. Search it! You're about to put your hand into a bucket of something the color and viscosity of maple syrup, except instead of maple, it's flavored with the inside of people's mouths. People who chew cigars instead of smoking them and have never brushed their teeth. Yeah. It feels like putting your hand into a bucket of lukewarm tapioca pudding. Except instead of tapioca, it's basically poison. It means it smells like someone ran over a skunk, waited a week, and then set it on fire. It feels like your hand is dissolving. Keep searching. You found something. You found a tacky, filth-covered porcelain cow figurine. A useless, disgusting thing that will make a great heirloom for your children, assuming that you'll still be able to have any, and you hate them. Hooray! How dare he? Oh my god, it's a spittoon. At least it looks like a spittoon. But it's next to a bed. It might actually be a bedpan. Investigate it. What, really? I mean, if it's just a spittoon, that's bad enough. But it might be a bedpan, and that would be way worse. Investigate it. I feel like maybe you aren't getting what I'm saying. We're talking about an object that someone probably uses when they wake up in the middle of the night and can't be bothered to walk to the outhouse. And the best you can hope for is maybe they only use it to spit nighttime tobacco juice into, in which case it's only full of rancid, congealing tobacco spit. I'm looking. Are you even listening to me, or are you just sort of skimming past the text? Bedpan. I'm pretty sure there's treasure in there, and you ain't stopping me. Bedpan. Shut up, I'm investigating. Okay, fine. Have it your way. Your own filthy, disgusting way. It turns out to be probably not be a bedpan, but it is definitely a spittoon, and it is definitely filled with rotting brown spit. Fish around in it. What is wrong with you? Bite me! Oh, good God. Okay. You plunge your hand in up to the wrist. It makes a gulp noise and breaks the thin skin of congealing toxins that was previously keeping in the dire smell in relative check. Now you are choking in a miasma of oily, bitter chaw stank. You know that feeling you get when you're about to puke? How you get that taste way back in the rear corners of your mouth, that metallic tang by the root of your tongue, like you're sucking on corroded penny? Just tell me what I found already. You found a filthy slime-covered old brooch. Are you happy? I bet you're going to put it on without even washing it first. Revolting brooch. Maybe I will. So there. Nice. I don't know what kind of tobacco these miners are chewing, but it must be extra corrosive because the brass spittoon has a hole eaten through the bottom and dark stains underneath it where the spit leaked out. Although, oddly, it doesn't seem to be leaking now, and it's half full. I guess the miners plugged the hole with something.
Inspect it.
It's a spittoon. It's disgusting. You can practically see the stink lines coming off it. Come on, let's not do this.
Inspect the spittoon.
Jeez. Fine, okay. You crouch down and take a careful look at the filthy spittoon. The inside is blackened with years' worth of stains. The death broth inside has a rainbow sheen like a parking lot oil spill, and occasionally a little bubble pops on the surface. You can actually feel a slight warmth radiating off it from whatever dire chemical reaction is taking place in there. You realize you're holding your breath, not deliberately, but from the human body's natural instinct of self-preservation.
Inhale.
Imagine someone made a big pot of chili con carne and left it under the porch. 3 rats crawl into the pot, eat half the chili, and then die. A week later, a family of cockroaches takes up residence among the writhing maggots. The cockroaches smoke thick black cigars, which they light with tufts of burning human hair. That's what it smells like.
Search it.
Fortunately for you, the rainbow-colored film on the surface of the liquid coats your hand as you plunge into the toxic stew, keeping it from being immediately dissolved down to the bone. The smell intensifies and your stomach prepares to hose the poisons off of your arm with high-pressure steam of vomit. Keep searching. Your fingers touch something at the bottom of the spittoon. Better pull it out fast while you still have something to pull with. Pull. I got spit-soaked pants. Nice. You pull the world's most disgusting pair of pants out of the spittoon and jump back as the hole at the spittoon bottom, now unplugged, begins to leak steaming filth. Congratulations, you're a proud owner of the worst object I've ever been paid to think about, narrowly defeating a leather bondage harness made from the skin of a clown. Gross, but hooray! This is a spittoon, and an unusually full one. Probably best to leave it alone. You know better than that. Take a closer look. Look. This isn't Mom and Pop's Family Fun Time Saloon. This is a dive bar in a dive town. The people who drink here are mainly drifters and desperados. Don't go splashing around in the literal scum of Earth. Oh, I'm a gonna. Seriously, don't. This is wrong and disgusting. It's vile behavior. I have my face right up to this thing. What does it look like? No, I'm not telling you. Why are you doing this to me? I had to skip lunch today because I couldn't stop thinking about you and these foul spittoons.
I've got my hand right in there, splashing around.
La 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 la, I'm not listening. You find nothing. You're the worst person in the world. Ha! I found something, all right. Like a necrotic skin disorder, I bet. Actually, it's a pair of boots. So there, Mr. Delicate Stomach. Boots. Great. Boots full of bandit spit. I hope they have to invent a whole new kind of trench foot just for you. I hope they name it after you. You got an item, spit-soaked boots. Nice. You're just jealous of my sweet new boots. About that, it's a spittoon. Nothing special about it. I'm begging you, sir. As you get close, as soon as you get near the spittoon, you can smell the overpoweringly sweet stench it exudes. Nauseatingly sweet, like the rotting corpse of a dead gummy bear. Oh. Garish rainbow colors swirl together in a congealing psychedelic madness. Is Roy using jelly beans as chewing tobacco? Yes. Yes, of course he is. We're talking about a bowl of jelly beans that have been sucked on, half chewed, and then spat into a brass bucket. Do you seriously want to put your hand in that swill of artificial coloring and thickened saliva? It will probably never be clean again. Go for it. Look, I'm serious. You are about to permanently dye your hand with a swirling mishmash of colors, of all the worst colors in the spectrum. No one will ever have a tattoo that looks as gross or as stupid. Get away. Well, I tried. Don't ever say I didn't warn you. You plunge your hand into the spittoon and fish around for a while. Eventually, you pull out a really disgusting pistol and a really disgusting hand to shoot it with. Oh, a spittoon hand. Oh, epic. Your hand has been permanently stained by the rainbow-colored contents of the nasty spittoon. On the bright side, your hand will never suffer anything worse than that ever again. Hot, cold, and sleeves resistance by 20. Oh, that's actually not too bad. It'll probably make a patoo sound when you shoot it. Deal stench damage instead of physical. Yay! Blessings from the spittoon gods have granted us this once again. The liquid in the spittoon is bright yellow. I feel that's all that needs to be said about this. Is it, though? Look closer. I will never understand you. All right. You crouch down next to the spittoon. From the nauseatingly sweet stench coming off it, it appears that these nerds have been using it as a makeshift urinal, as you may have suspected. But rather, haven't been using it as a makeshift urinal. They've been using bright yellow lemon lime soda flavored chewing tobacco. Unless? Well, another possibility is that they have been using it as a urinal, and they're all extremely diabetic, which, now think about it, is a real possibility. In fact, it is probable that both of these things are true. Search. Really? You gonna put your hand in the nerd's piss and or spit bucket? I'm just gonna dive right in there, huh? You're just gonna splash around in the sticky yellow broth of spit and pee with no restraint whatsoever? Sure am. With a fanfare of trombones and a choir of angels retching, a sword rises out of the spittoon, held aloft by a wet, bedraggled, and miserable-looking woman's arm. Since you're already kneeling, the arm wastes no time before tapping you on both shoulders with the sword, splashing your clothes with yellow slime, and officially declaring you StepsBasic, King of Filth. Congratulations. The sword clatters on the floor as the hand drops it with a shudder and withdraws into the spittoon. I got Blaxcalibur. Haha. This is a replica of King Arthur's sword. You know it's a replica because there's no way that history would have allowed the original to be this incomprehensibly covered in tobacco spit. Long live the king. Oh boy, another spittoon. Let's go. What's with the excitement? I've given up. This is the last spittoon in the game, and I'm not going to try and convince you to not be the most disgusting person on earth anymore. So let's just go. Let's do this. Yeah, search that filthy spittoon. You kneel down on the floor and throw your arms around the spittoon, giving the greasy brass bucket a great big hug. How about a kiss? Would you like a kiss? You know it, baby. You pucker up and give the spittoon a great big kiss right on the rim. Is there tongue involved? Well, I'll leave that up to you. But even without it, it tastes like a burning horse. I love it. You know, I know you do, friend. And if it were legal in this country, I'd let you marry that spittoon and have a beautiful romantic honeymoon with it. But unfortunately, you're going to have to settle for just wearing it as a hat. Yes, please. Oh my God, it's a hat. Oh, it's a spell hat. This is spittoon hat, which is to say it's a... You flip that beautiful brass bucket over and slap it on your head, drenching yourself in hot brown tobacco spit. It washes down over your face and hair like a sewage waterfall, soaking your clothes, running down your collar, and slithering into your underwear, and filling your boots. I can't even force myself to describe it in any more detail than that. You are the world's foulest human being. Congratulations. Hooray.